Today we're going to be showing you how to achieve high quality butt welds using the MIG welding process, but first here are a few common errors which can occur, so pay attention so yours don't end up looking like this. So first up is having no gap on a single V prep, which is a massive problem. When welding without a gap it's extremely challenging to get a route through. We are running all of our route runs at 17.5 volts and 5 meters per minute wire speed, and for all our capping runs we're running at 22.5 volts and 8 meters per minute wire speed. This is going to show you the importance of the setup on each butt joint, and this is going to be especially important as you will see later on down the line in the video when we bend test these. With this run it's filling it up extremely fast, which is flushing the joint, and this is only our route pass. What we should see is a solid route all the way through. This hasn't fused the edges of the prep, and looking at it from the top it's extremely high and we have no edges to guide us when we are putting our second pass over. You can see from this run that we're going right to the edge of the prep. However, because there is already so much metal in the joint, it becomes difficult to gauge the cap and how much metal we are depositing. It is also very easy to go off course, which makes the run more difficult than if we had left the first run lower, leaving us with two distinctive edges to follow. What we can see now is the weld looks okay on the surface, but when we properly inspect it, we can see it isn't straight, which makes it very easy for a defect like missed edge to get in there. So we're now going to cut two sections off and bend test it and see what the results of our first weld are. And we have a fail, so we're going to try and counteract the previous issues of welding with no gap. So we now set our gap bigger to around 2.5mm with a knife edge chamfer, which will hopefully allow us to achieve good penetration without building up the run too high in the prep like the previous run, which will leave our edges intact. However, as we can see, it's become extremely difficult to control the weld. It is also very easy to lose control and blow through the joint, so now we've got a bit of explaining or fixing to do. This is usually the point where we end up saying this MIG set is rubbish, and we get roots that look like this, burnt through with excessive lumpy metal. So setting up correctly, we add a small landing edge to the end of the prep. This creates a 1mm square edge which we previously had on the knife edge. However, this gives us that little bit extra thickness, which is going to give the weld pool something to hold on to, making the joint easier to control. Now that we have control of the weld pool, you can see that we are no longer completely filling the joint. The root is sitting deeper within the prep, which indicates that we're achieving proper penetration. This also gives us a clear visual guide of both edges to follow, as we are no longer flushing the joint to the top like in the first example. So both edges intact and our root is consistently penetrated throughout. Now we need to finish the joint with a capping run. We travel slightly slower to allow enough time to fill the remaining part of the joint and ensure we tie in both edges and finish over flush, which is higher than the base metal. Key points to remember: use a consistent 15-degree push angle, maintain a good arc length throughout, making sure that your shroud isn't too far away and you get good gas coverage throughout. In this case we're using 22.5 volts and a wire speed of 8 meters per minute, although these settings are not universal and may vary depending on the welding set, so just be aware of that. As you can see, the final run has a good blend at the edges of the weld with a slightly overflush profile, and it's as straight as a die. We then carried out a bend test on the sample taken from the middle of the joint, which proved successful with no splits or cracks observed. This confirms that the weld has passed the bend test. Flat butt weld complete. Now it's time for something more demanding. On screen is a horizontal butt weld we completed. Head over there and let's see how we handle that one. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned for more welding videos. See you in the next one.